How's it going, guys? Dustin at Daily Grind Fantasy, and in today's video, we're going to be building out a few slips on PrizePicks, Underdog, whatever DFS app we can find value. We're going to be building it out right now on this YouTube video. Before we get into the video, though, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button while you're at it, because it really does help us out. And now we can hop over to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, where we're going to start building out these slips. This is kind of what I do on my daily process or throughout the day as I'm refreshing the optimizer, making sure I'm getting the best value across all of these DFS apps. And as we can see, we have some plays that have just popped up, and let's go ahead and work on getting these in. So we're going to start it off with Mick Parkin and Caio Machado under 2 rounds, under 2 total rounds, right? So on PrizePicks, if you guys don't know, for MMA, that is going to technically be fight time. So we're going to find their fight time. Mick Parkin, we're going to be taking the under of 10 minutes. Each round is 5 minutes. We're getting it at 2 rounds, which it would be 10 minutes. So it's set to two rounds on PrizePicks, but comparing to the sportsbook market, they have this line set at 1.5. So you're getting a whole half round discrepancy here on PrizePicks. They're off when setting this line in comparison to the market, being these other sportsbooks that have it set to 1.5. So we'll take that half round discrepancy, and hopefully the fight ends before the end of the second round here on PrizePicks. Cello. So Cello here is in CS2. Now I know a lot of you guys might not be used to betting on CS2 or anything like that, but you really don't have to know esports, CS2, League of Legends, or anything like that to find value and bet on these plays. If you just look here, Cello is at 27.5, set to 28.5, 28.5, and 29. So 3 books are much higher than what Cello is at here on PrizePicks. So it's clear value that PrizePicks is too soft on this projection, and we should be taking the over of 27 kills on CS2 for Cello here in one of our slips. And remember, we're playing 5 and 6 man flexes here on PrizePicks because you only need to have an individual prop hit rate of about 54.3% in order to be profitable over the long term, playing 5 and 6 man flexes, as opposed to like 2-man powers, like 58%. You have to hit on each individual leg, which is insane and not a very profitable slip type over the long term, like 5-man and 6-man flexes are. Lamar Jackson over 27.5 pass attempts. Everywhere he's at 27.5 on the books, he seems to be juiced on the over, and he's even at 28.5 on some books as well. So it looks like PrizePicks is probably off a little bit on this projection. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up getting bumped. But at the moment, let's go ahead and lock in Lamar Jackson pass attempts over 27.5. Boom. Next, we're going to move into some NHL. Alex Pietrangelo under 0.5 player points. Look, he's just juiced on the under of 0.5 points. There's no discrepancies here at this 0.5 mark or anything like that. Just average odds of -140 to go under across these multiple sports books, meaning they're giving it a favorable chance to go under as opposed to go over. We get to play a -140 play. So if you play this on the sports books at -140, you're not getting as good as a number as if you were playing it on PrizePicks, where you get it at -119 in a 5-pick flex or 6-pick flex. So let's go ahead and switch to NHL. Oops. And take the under of 0.5 points for Alex Pietrangelo. Boom. We need just one more play to round out our 5-man flex. Like I said, we need above 54.34% on a 5-pick in order for it to be plus EV. This is going to be right around here, having this 54.76, 54.60. And then a couple of these little bit lower ones, but it should be still above that average fair odds percentage on each individual leg if you were to take the average. Brock Nelson to go over 0.5 points. Oops. Sorry about that. Can't type. Brock Nelson over 0.5 points going up against Seattle. So look, seems like it's gonna be rounding out our slip. You could always add in another one and make it a 6-man flex if you really wanted to. I'm gonna keep it 5 here, rounding it out with Brock Nelson over 0.5 points. Let me double check we got that in correctly, and we do. Now, like I said, this is kind of my process. So we get that entered. Then now I'm going to check these other DFS apps, right? So now we can go to Underdog, see if there's anything on Underdog that we can go ahead and build out. And it looks like we could get something in here. Jalen Hurts under 0.5 rush plus receiving touchdowns. I know on the surface it sounds scary, but if you just follow the data, follow the market, and look at the data points that are given, as opposed to just being underdog that you're getting a set payout for, like underdog in a 3-man non-insured, which is the most profitable slip type, along with 5-pick insured slips. 3-man non-insured -122. You're getting this play. This has average odds between two sports books of -163 to go under 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. So why would we not take that at -122 on underdog here? They're telling us it's a very, very likely chance that he does not score a touchdown based on all of their $1 million models and projections and such for the sports books, right? They're profitable over the long term for a long time for a reason. So let's go ahead and take the under there. And then Aaron Scott over 12 points. So this one, it's a little bit of a weird line here. Heavily juiced to go over 11.5. So we get some push potential here at 12. But he set to 15.5 for some reason on FanDuel. Not really sure what they're doing with that line. But I will go ahead and still take the over of 12, being that he is so juiced on the over of 11.5. So let's go ahead and get this one in. Aaron Scott. I think I might need to refresh UD real quick. Sometimes if the props pop up since the last time you refreshed, you can't get them. Aaron Scott over 12 points. So there it is. And then let's go ahead and so we could take Jason Zucker. I'm actually going to come down. So like I said, on underdog, we're looking for 55% on these 3-man slips, right? To have a hit rate above 55% or average fair odds percentage above 55% on each individual leg. This is creeping up to 58% here, 55.66. So we can come down here and snag one of these, and it'll still make our full slip plus EV. And what I'm going to do, I'm skipping Jalen Hurts because I can't play him twice in the same slip. And then Jason Zucker, we can go ahead. Actually, let's take Jason Zucker. It's going to be under 2. It's a push potential prop. Obviously, we don't love push potential props because then it would take down our plus EV percentage and make it a 2-man possibly, which we don't really love. But this being such a profitable square here on underdog, I'm okay. I'm going to go ahead and take Jason Zucker under 2 shots on goal and round off this slip here. So that's going to be Jalen Hurts under 0.5 rushing touchdowns, rushing plus receiving. Aaron Scott over 12 points for UNT. And then Jason Zucker under 2 shots. Guys, playing plays like this over the long term is the edge against apps like PrizePicks, Underdog, JockMKT, any of these set payout platforms you can really take advantage of by just comparing to the sportsbook market and finding these plays that have that edge. And over the long term, playing plays like this is what's going to make you profitable or help you get to profitability, right? Now, I'm checking the middling tool here. The middling tool is where we can find some plays by comparing DFS app to DFS app. So the sports books on the optimizer, this time on the middling tool, we're just looking at DFS app to DFS app. Might want to mention now, if you guys don't have these tools, linked in the description, you guys can get access to the fantasy bundle, which is the optimizer and the middling tool that you're looking at now. And then, of course, you guys probably have heard of the correlation tool. If you don't have that, you can also get access to it linked in the description below. One of the ways I like using this middling tool is to find where hot streak is off. You guys can see here, hot streak seems to be off in comparison to the market on a lot of these plays. Like Jimmy Butler's rebounds plus assist set to 10.5 on hot streak, but 11.5 everywhere else. Trevor Lawrence under 255 pass yards seems to be a really good play. Basically, the entire market is set at 239.5. So you could go over to Hot Streak. They're a dynamic payout platform and play this in a 2-man pick because since they're a dynamic payout platform and the odds change, they adjust the money coming in. There's no really set slip type you should be playing on that app, to try and help out your profitability or your ROI. But really, I guess 2-mans probably are the best just because they're easier to hit and you're playing these plays with an edge over there. But I think that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, drop a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If If you're not on any of these DFS apps, use code DGF. You'll get 100% deposit match up to $100. And we'll see you in the next video. Let's cash.